Bitcoin is dumping like crazy, down over 7% on the hour, losing a very key trend line of support. And this is happening amid news coming out that the crypto-friendly US bank Silvergate Capital is no longer viable, and major exchanges like Coinbase, other stablecoin issuers, and trading desks are no longer accepting or initiating payments through Silvergate. So is this going to be another massive dump on the level of FTX? Are we going to give back all the gains that we basically got during the past few months? We're going to be answering that question and more, so make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure to click the bell for notifications, because we are bringing you the juiciest cryptocurrency updates here on YouTube. As you can see here, there's been a Silvergate fallout, the cryptocurrency markets react. Let's dive into the charts. So before we talk about what's happening locally, we need to understand the bigger context of the Bitcoin price right now. Bitcoin has come up to a major zone of resistance, the 200-week moving average, as well as this value area high. And we've been doing so with something called a bearish divergence. We can see our indicator here, market Cipher B, the momentum waves and the money flow is getting lower as the price is getting higher into key resistance, giving us the dreaded upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boob pattern. We're just like Sam Bankman-Fried's man boobs, that for some reason, the left one is much fatter than the right one. They're getting lower as the price is getting higher. We can see the money flow on his chest is getting lower as the price is getting higher. The red pepperoni tattooed nipples are getting lower as the price is getting higher. And trust me, those would drive Caroline crazy. But the same thing is happening to market Cipher B, and this is called a bearish divergence. And this is something we've been well aware of. In the Casper Crew VIP Discord, we gave this swing short setup in advance because we understood the importance of this resistance. We understood the importance of these bearish divergences that could very well play out. So are we going to give back all the gains? Because as you can see from the setup I gave, I have some pretty low targets here, and I do have some take profit set on this trade below $15,000. Well, before we get overly bearish, we need to understand one last thing. We have been, objectively speaking, in bullish market structure since the end of November, where we put in our low, our high, our higher low, our higher high, our higher low, and our higher high. Unless we lose the low at $21,400, this is still technically bullish market structure. So before we get overly bearish, there are a few things that we need to look for, and I'm going to be going over that right now. If we go down to the 4-hour time frame and we just put on the key areas that we need to be aware of right now, we can see a few things. First of all, the Bitcoin price has established a fair value zone for the past few months between the prices of $22.4 and about $24.6 thousand. If the price right now manages to find support right here in this green box, then we can actually expect a move to the upside again, right? We can expect another move back up into this range, and we don't actually have to worry about losing this green box just yet. However, if the price is now going to lose the green box, which by the way is very key support, then we've officially now put in a lower low on the daily time frame, and this gives us confirmation of a trend reversal. Now remember, price is never going to go straight down and it's never going to go straight up. What we don't want to do is we don't want to be the people that are shorting at this low. We saw literally 300 million people get liquidated on this drop, and we also saw some crazy people shorting the exact bottom. And look what happened. As soon as they shorted the bottom, they got trapped and they're actually now under the water. We don't want to be those people. We want to wait for some kind of confirmation. So if we lose the low, then we can get very bearish and we can look to short basically a back test of what used to be support as resistance. And that can either be a really juicy short entry or a place to, I don't know, if I'm not necessarily looking to spot trade Bitcoin right here, but for me, I'm looking to compound the short trade that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. And by the way, if you want to join the Casper Crew VIP Discord, where we give our swing trades, our day trades, our levels every single day, we do 3 live streams every single weekday. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. If you want to take advantage of this volatility trading on ByBit, longing and shorting, you can check out the link in the description of the video. 0% limit fees is actually a really good deal for people who are scalping on the 1 minute or lower time frames, because those fees can eat into your profits. But also, if you deposit $100, you can get a month free of our Crypto Fusion trading bot, which is a really great tool that does a lot of the trading work for you. Okay, you can check that out at jasoncaspertrading.com. So what are we looking at right now? Again, if we are going to lose this important green box, then we can look to short a lower high when we get a retracement, because a retracement will absolutely come. But if we don't lose the green box, we need to be cognizant of something else that is very important, which is this. There is still a chance right now that we print something called a bullish divergence on some of these time frames as the price finds support at this green box right here. What is a bullish divergence? A bullish divergence is when, as the price is making a lower low into a key zone of support, the momentum waves on the oscillator are making higher lows, right? We saw that happen to a lesser degree right over here when price made a lower low and momentum made a higher low. And we see this happen at every major low that Bitcoin puts in. For example, the all-time low of Bitcoin during this bear market happened with a bullish divergence. Price made a lower low, and the 4-hour time frame was making higher lows, which actually led to the beginning of the move up. So we need to be watching for bullish patterns printing here, because if we do start to see bullish divergences, we may actually hold this zone as support and not necessarily put in a lower low, which is why I'm cautioning against getting overly bearish until we see confirmation of a trend reversal. Okay, now we do have some key levels of support in this green box still. Right, we can clearly see this green box is an important zone, because if we extend this thing back a little bit, we can see that it not only is currently our support, but it was our resistance back in January, flipped into support. And so as long as we don't lose this, we are still technically putting in higher lows on the Bitcoin chart. Okay, so this is something we need to be very, very careful of. Now, let's say we do lose the box, then what is my plan? My plan will be to compound my short trade if we lose this box when we come back for a back test of either the 618 Fibonacci or simply just this key support resistance flip at $22,400. This could actually make for a nice zone to compound and or enter a fresh short trade and take it down. So what are the targets if this actually is going to lead to more downside? Okay, again, this is contingent upon the trend reversal, but if we do get that confirmed lower low, then we have some very clear targets that we need to be looking at to the downside. Now, when we go back to our daily time frame, we can see that we're simply just trading a sideways range right here, okay? And so we would look basically to take it down to the lows of the range. So we would be looking basically to like the $17,700 zone. And then if we are going to lose this box right here between the high volume node and that low volume node right around here, then I would actually be looking to take the lows. Now, as a trader, I love volatility, period. I don't care if we're long or shorting. As a hodler, I have to understand that even if we do dump down to these levels, that is still very, very bullish for Bitcoin. And you might think that's a little bit crazy, but here's why I think that. If we just take a look at high-term timeframes, in the past, when we get these market cycles, these bottom of these bear market cycles, we see a few things that we have in common. Number one, the green dots on Market Cipher B oftentimes do symbolize the bottom of the bear market. Doesn't mean the bull market's here, but it means the bottom of the bear market is here. Meaning we can expect to put in a range for about a year or a year and a half before the bull market begins. We've seen this over and over again, and we always bottom out in between the 786 and the 886 Fibonacci level. Well, what do you know? Right now, we are printing all those bottom signals right here, which tells me that even if Bitcoin gets a big move to the downside on the higher term time frames, such as the monthly, this is still bullish, because this means I can DCA into Bitcoin on spot as we come down to that, at the very worst case, $9,000, $10,000 level, understanding that this is just the period of time within the market cycle that we range for a little bit before actually entering into that bull market. Now, if we take a look at the previous halving cycles, we can see that pretty much the white line is 1 year before the halving, the green line is the halving. So when we get to that 1 year before the halving, you can see we put in this range where we have big pumps and big dumps before the next bull cycle. So this is the time right here where we're entering into right now. This is the time to be really accumulating if you believe that there's another bull market, right? If you don't believe in Bitcoin, then that's fine. Then don't buy it. But if you believe in the 4-year cycle, if you believe we're having another bull market, do not let the emotions get the best of you in these times. Instead, understand what the charts are saying. They're saying now is the time to be buying on spot, to be accumulating at the lowest prices possible so that we can really ride this wave in the next bull market. That is it for today's video, guys. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to click the bell for notifications. May God bless everybody in the name of Jesus the Messiah. I pray everybody is very, very blessed, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace.